Trinity on my soul. I'm the most selfish person that I know. Here we go, down the rabbit hole. Got a couple carrots around my neck. Self-respect, when you out of line, you put.
And we are live. Welcome back to Mescalone Moguls. It's your boy, the one with the Scarface. Your boy, Scarface. Shout out to everybody who keeps tuning in every week. And also people keep asking me, Spotify and YouTube is the two places where you can find the video version. So go find that. I post the clips on the TikTok. So thank you guys for always supporting. Thank you guys to everyone who donates every month. You guys, I truly do appreciate it. I'm able to, add stuff to the studio and things like that. And shout out to everybody who keeps buying pins. We have these pins right here for hats. I'm always wearing mine. I got the Sleeping Goku on mine. We have a straight razor, Sleeping Goku, and a baseball one. Definitely go check them out. Link is in the bio. If you guys want to get some merch also, it's in the bio. Shout out to everyone who keeps buying this stuff. We have the Stepdaddy in Training, Pull Out Champ, Sucias. We got all sorts of stuff in there, so make sure you guys check it out. So again, I want to thank you guys for everyone who always tunes in, shares the podcast. If you're listening to this, wherever you're listening to it, give us a thumbs up, give us a 5-star, whatever the case may be. Give us something, it motivates us to keep on making these videos. And I am gonna have more guests. Just stay tuned. It's because I have to find people who are comfortable talking. Because trust me, look, I've been fortunate enough to have plenty of our listenership has been very high, and so that's why some people hesitate to come on because they're afraid to talk about certain things because they will. If we're talking about certain people, trust me. They will listen to it, and then they will be reaching out to you. But anyways, today's episode, I wanted to get into just some excuses that guys make. I mean, girls probably make them too, but these are common things that guys say when they don't want to be in a relationship. So guys actually do want to be in a relationship, but if it's not with you, they're going to make excuses. They're going to say this, they're going to say that, just because they don't want a relationship with you. Or not yet. They're trying to see if these other things play out first. And if those play out first, then obviously they're going to go over there. But if not, they're going to not give you that relationship that you're looking for. And these are common, because trust me, I've also used a bunch of different excuses. So I made a list, I went through the internet as, because I am that researcher that I am. And I was able to find different common things that guys say when they don't want to be in a relationship with you. So we're going to get into those. So if your guy is saying any of this, send him a clip, send him the podcast and be like, yo, this is what he's saying. Yo, what's up? You're going to put him on the spot. And then he's going to be like, yo, what's up? Like, why are you giving out all these secrets? So the first one is, I'm not ready to be in a commitment right now. And again, if they tell you this one right here, is not, they're basically telling you that they don't want a commitment with you. And if you continue having a situationship with them, that's on you, girl. They clearly told you they're not ready to commit with anybody. And for you to think that you're going to change that here in the near future or whatever the case may be, that's kind of your fault, okay? If he tells you that I'm not ready for a commitment right now, he's telling you, girl, he's not looking to be committed with you. He's not looking to be in a relationship with you. I don't know what he has to do, slap you across the face with the sign that says, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Because this is common. This happens to people where, they get blinded by stuff like this. Meaning, a guy will say this, girl will say this, and then they'll think, oh, okay, maybe I'll change his mind. Maybe in a few months. No, he clearly told you that he didn't want a relationship. This is an easier way of saying. So it's harder saying, hey, I'm not really feeling you like that. I really don't want to give you a relationship like that. It's harder to have that conversation. It's easier for me to say, hey, I'm not looking to have I'm not ready for a commitment right now. That's easier to say. That's an easier no, not right now, compared to being like, yo, I'm just not really feeling you like that. I don't want to have a relationship with you. But if you stick around, it's kind of your fault, because he clearly said that he didn't want a relationship with you, and you stuck around. And at that point, what can you do? What can you do? So next one that we have is, I value our friendship too much to risk it with a romantic relationship. Okay. I think girls use this one more. Oh, I just want to stay friends. Let's just be friends. So, fellas, like if a girl tells you that they value that friendship, it's an easier way of saying like, yo, like I'm not really feeling you like that, but let's stay friends, Tiger. Because they're not gonna, like I said, I mean, some girls are straight up. Some people are straight up and tell you, but some people will break it off to you a little bit easier. Like kind of like curve you a little easier. They're not just gonna straight up tell you, yo, I ain't feeling you, bro. Like this ain't gonna happen. They'll be like, hey, you know what? Let's. And if you get told this and you continue to pursue the person, come on now. So this is a common excuse again with guys and girls when they just say they want to be friends with you. They value that friendship. It's an easier way of saying no. Okay, let's like people keep a lot of these are like common on my TikTok. If you haven't followed me on TikTok, I mean I'm sure a lot of you guys do, but on TikTok a lot of these things like, oh, he said this, oh, he said that. Girl, he doesn't want a relationship. He's just basically telling you. And then same with but like this one is more common with girls. They'll tell you that they want to keep staying friends. Hey, let's just be friends, sport. So if they say something like this, the writing's on the wall. They're basically telling you no. Okay. There's no like hidden messages. You know how like when Michael Scott, I referenced The Office so much. If you guys don't watch The Office, you guys are missing out. Like when what's his name, Jan, when they first kiss, and then she tells him not to worry about, but then like he just goes through and like deciphers, like he wants to like break down everything she says in the voicemail that she left him. She's like, hey, sorry, I missed you. And he's like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like we tend to overthink a lot of the things. Like maybe she's just saying that because she wants me to try harder. Maybe like no. She basically told you. I mean, if you wanted her to be straight up, kill your ego, be rude or anything like that, she could have been like that too. So like that's an easy no. Like, hey, yo, like, nah, man, like I don't want to embarrass you or anything, but nah. So the next one is I'm focusing on my career and personal goals at the moment. Now, I'm not saying this one is an excuse all the time because some people are in that position when they're focusing on their career, because, for example, like myself, like I'm just like super fucking busy, you know what I mean? And to try to find the time to invest into somebody is very difficult for me right now. So if I do decide to give time to somebody, it's probably because I like them or I want to see where it goes, But people take advantage of that. They don't realize that my ass is busy. Today's a Sunday. I'm working like Monday through Sunday. So when they tell you like you want to be an entrepreneur, like to have more time, trust me, my schedule is flexible, but doesn't mean I don't work a shit ton. But that's just because I'm trying to invest all this time, work hard right now. That way later on, we can benefit from all the hard work. So, but if they tell you this is another excuse. This is another way of giving you that subtle, like, hey, I'm not trying to be in a relationship with you but you have to think about it. Like, look at their situation. If they're actually focusing on a career or some sort of goal that they're doing, okay, makes sense. I'll back off, let you do your thing. I want somebody who's going to give me all their attention. But if they're not focusing on a career, if they're still like, you know what I mean? Like they're not focusing on that. And you can clearly tell, they found the first thing they could tell you to tell you no, because again, telling you that is so much easier. Like somebody's going to be able to handle that a lot better than being like, yo, I'm not really feeling you like that. I'm just not attracted to you like that. It's harder to have that conversation than to have this one. So again, pay attention to them. Because if you're going to continue to try to pursue this person and you see they clearly not focusing on a goal or a career or anything like that, they're kind of basically telling you that they don't want nothing to do with you romantically. Maybe just friends, but romantically, probably not. So pay attention. Pay attention to because if they tell you that and they're doing something else, but if they tell you that and they're actually focusing on the career, okay, maybe they are super busy right now and I'm going to back off. But if you continue to pursue them, that's your fault. Like, don't come yelling at me. All right. So I'm just not looking for anything serious, you know? And this is why some people get stuck in situationships, because somebody will say this, and again, there's a lot of overthinkers like myself, but there's plenty of people out there that are gonna be like, well, maybe he's not looking for a relationship right now, but if I stick around, he might change his mind. No, girl. This is why people get stuck in situationships for a long time. Like, if you guys haven't followed me on TikTok, some of these questions, they've been in situationships for like 8 years, 7 years, 10 years. There was a lady who was in there for 20 years, a situationship for 20 years. Like, how long are you going to wait for this person? Okay. And if he tells you he's not looking for anything serious, be like, you know what? He's a great guy, good looking dude, but I need someone who's going to be serious right now, serious with me, because are you going to risk your time and effort to see if this person changes his serious mind? You know, like, when is he going to be serious? You know, are you willing to take that risk? I'm not. Like, if a girl would tell me, yo, I'm not looking for anything serious right now, and I was looking for something serious, yo, like, let's get out. If I'm just looking to have fun, then cool, let's just have fun, you know? But this, like I said, this is why people get stuck in situationships, because a guy will clearly say something like this, but then people think that they're going to change their mind. No, pay attention to their act. Like, again, this is an easier way to say, I don't want a relationship with you. Because especially guys do not like to have these conversations where we talk about like how we're feeling. We don't want to be straight up. We don't want to be, because we're afraid of more questions and things like that. So we're going to find something to say that's an easier no, or something to kind of like deter your question. You know, if you're like, hey, you know, what do you see us? Do you see like us something serious in the future? And they can be like, yeah, maybe. I'm just not looking for something serious right now, you know, but we can see where it goes. Come on, girl. If you stuck around with that guy, again, like, I'm over here acting like I never told that to girls. Yes, I have. So this is why I've been able to, the TikToks have been doing well. The podcast has been doing very well, because again, I am not perfect. I am not that guy like, oh, like, I'm all about positive. Like, I don't ghost. I don't do this. No, I was that guy. I was that guy ghosting. I was that guy using girls. I was that guy, you know, using excuses like this too. Okay. So if you're going to stick around, just know it's a high risk. It's a high risk. And just pay attention to some of these other girls who 10 years, 8 years, 7 years, 20 years, the one that was 20 years, holy crap. Like, at one point, are you going to realize, remember, we have one life, okay? How much are you going to waste it on this one person that's not treating you right, keeping you in a situationship? Who knows how many other girls that dude is probably hooked up with, but this girl can't get mad because guess what? You're in a situationship. Come on. All right. So another one is, I just don't want to hurt you. Come on, girls. I'm sure these first 5 that I've read, you've heard, some of you guys have heard a guy say something like this, okay? I just don't want to hurt you, you know. Again, that's another way of just like giving you like a subtle, like, hey, I'm not looking to be in a relationship right now, or with you, basically. Because again, a lot of guys do want to be in a relationship. It has to be with that person, because a lot of people have that one person in their head that they're trying to pursue. And if you're not that one, you're probably going to get one of these excuses, okay? I just don't want to hurt you. Trust me, I've used this one before too. You know, this is, it's hard to explain. Like, you use it because you're kind of telling her, hey, I don't want to hurt you, because like, it's this self-conscious telling you that, hey, I'm going to hurt you if you continue. Meaning, like, the moment the girl that I want comes around, or a girl that I want comes around, I'm going to ghost you. The moment, like, something happens like that, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go over there. You know, he's telling you, like, pay attention to these things. You know, I don't want to hurt you. Like, after I used it, before I used it, I'm like, oh, that's like a good excuse. Now thinking about it, I'm like, dude, you were so stupid. Like, what? I don't want to hurt you. Like, but sometimes people do bring these up because they're actually serious. Like, this is what they actually feel. Meaning, like the other one where I'm focusing on my career and stuff. Like, what if they are, and they're clearly telling you that they're not looking for something right now. you know, and this could be the same too. Like they could not be, they're probably not in the position or like looking for somebody, or maybe they're pursuing somebody else right now, but they're just trying to see where that goes. And they're basically telling you that they don't want to hurt you. Okay. You got to pay attention to some of these things, because they're telling you right there. Come on. Like he's basically saying, you're going to get hurt if we continue this. Like, you know, it's going to be a situationship. I'm probably going to hurt you in some way. So the next one we have is, I think we are better off as friends. Now, if he tells you this and you continue to pursue him, that's your fault. If he said that you're better off friends, but you want to continue to, like, maybe if you're hooking up with him and stuff like that, of course he's going to want to hook up. Like, why wouldn't he want to do that? Of course he's going to keep you around as long as you're hooking up. But if he tells you that he like, I think we're better off as friends, trust me, girl, there's no relationship in there at all. And same so this is another common one that girls use. I think we're just better off as friends. Fellas, this is this is like a nice way of saying no, okay? Because, again, some guys' egos get hurt if they get shut down, rejected, or anything like that. So this is like an easy rejection, like a soft rejection, like a mild rejection, okay? Because if you want her to be rude, keep pursuing her, like, and then she's going to tell you something straight up. So if she says, I think we're better off as friends, or he says the same thing, just continue to be friends, acquaintances, whatever the case may be. They're basically saying that there's not going to be no sort of relationship there. So, and if you continue to try to pursue that and you get hurt, that's your fault. All right. So the next one that we have is, I enjoy our time together, but I need my space. Okay. If they tell you that they need space, give them the space, but give them space. This is what I would recommend. If somebody asks you for space, like, it's over. Because, like, they're going to tell you, you're going to ask them how much space, like how much time you need and things like that. They're going to be like, well, I don't know. And then you're just sitting, waiting around, seeing what this person is going to do. And then the next thing you know, you wasted like all these months waiting for this guy to figure out his shit. And all of a sudden you see him with a different girl. Okay. This is, again, another way of saying, hey, I'm not, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. This is an easier way of saying it. But some guys do say this just so you don't go anywhere. They want to keep you there for them, but they, of course, want to go and mess around with other people. So telling you, giving, like, let's just take a little bit of space, meaning, like, we're not technically dating right now, so I can go mess around with people, but you need to stay right here while I go and do my thing. And then if this doesn't work out, guess what? I'll come back. Okay? No, girl, come on. Have a little bit more boundaries for yourself, self-respect for yourself, because that's probably what they're going to go do. And then, I've been hurt in the past, and I'm afraid of getting hurt again. Now, if they've been hurt in the past and they're afraid to get hurt again, if they tell you something like that, girl, they're not ready to be in a relationship. They're not healed from their past relationship, you know. And if you continue to pursue that, and then because you could potentially be the rebound. Like, if he tells you that, and you could potentially be the rebound, you know, because he clearly said that. And then after the rebound phase is over, guess what? You're like, oh shit, I don't really want to be with this person. It was just nice at the time because I felt like shit, and this person was treating me good, but I'm not really feeling that person like that. So don't be the rebound. If they say something like that, or if they said they're healing, let them go heal. If they're not mentally ready, they're dealing with the issues, like anything like that, let them go heal themselves. Let them go do their thing. Let them go figure it out themselves. Don't figure it out with them, like, because at the end of the day, like, if they end up kicking you to the curb, you wasted all this time trying to figure out what you're trying to do with this person. Come on now. You know, like, that's why I always say, like, if someone says, like, they're not ready for a relationship, like, all these excuses, they're clearly telling you, okay? They're clearly telling you, or, like, space, time, like, they need time. It's because they're not feeling the relationship anymore. Like, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. Breakups suck. Separating sucks. It's not easy. It's a roller coaster of emotions, like sad, angry, happy, like all sorts of stuff, depressed. But if they tell you that, like, how long are you going to wait? You know, how long are you gonna wait for them to get mentally ready or ready for a relationship, or you know what I mean? Like all these excuses, but then people still stick around. You know, when the guy clearly told them, and their actions are basically saying that they don't want to be with them. They just like to have them around for the good time. So that's why, like, if a guy, I've said it time and time again, if a guy is really into you, trust me, he's gonna put in the effort. He's gonna be trying to do whatever it takes to court you, get to know you, see you, you know. And if he's very hot and cold, trust me, his feelings are hot and cold. If he's very cold, trust me, he's cold. And also, like, if you see him in person, be like, oh, well, he sucks in texting, but when we're in person, he's amazing. Why? Because he's trying to fucking smash. That's what he's trying to do. You know, if he treats you the same way that he treats you, like, when he's texting you, trust me, you're not going to be like, yo, let's hook up. You're going to be like, damn, he's the same in person. You know, like, I don't want to hook up with this person. But if he's amazing in person, guess what? My man is trying to get laid. He's trying to get laid. So, of course, he's going to be amazing in person. He's already in the, you know, the stakes are high. I mean, not the stakes, but the percentages are high that he's going to get laid, especially if you guys hook up. You know, if in person, guess what? He's just going to do whatever it takes to get you to hook up. And, you know, when you guys go back to, you know, you guys obviously, like, separate, he's going to go back to being hot and cold. Why? Because you're not with him and he's not trying to hook up at the moment. You know, he's going to do the bare minimum to keep you around, you know, and then after that, he's just going to, like, when he sees you in person, he's going to be amazing. We got to pay attention to all these little actions, all these little things that people do, because people become blind to them. People become blind to all these stuff, like, in the beginning of relationships, like red flags, when you're starting to get to talk, like when you're starting to talk to somebody, like all these things we become blind to. Trust me, I've done it too. I've become like blind to certain situations because I'm like, oh no, it's cool because they're good looking, or you know, you want to make it work with this person, but then you come to find out it's, you know, later on all these little red flags that you were blinded to are things that you do not like at all, you know. So we have to pay attention to a lot of these things because we make a lot of excuses just because, again, guys do not want to have these conversations. And it's easier to tell you like something like that when they don't want to be with you, you know. But if you continue to pursue this person, that's on you, girl. That's on you, girl. And you've been warned by your boy. So you need someone who's going to be about you, you know, trying to court you, trying to get to know you, trying to hang out with you, like all these stuff. Because trust me, there's guys out there that will do whatever it takes to get you, like to court you. And there's guys who really don't want you, but, you know, they like the hooking up part. They like things like that. So they'll do the bare minimum to keep you around. And some girls, I don't know why, get attracted to that. Like, get attracted to guys who do the bare minimum. But it's that's why, like, some girls are like, why do guys like girls who are toxic? I don't know. Like, I don't want a toxic ass girl. Like, that's just not for me. I need a girl, just a little bit of crazy is good. Not a lot. A little bit of crazy is just fine. But too much crazy, no. Because I've been with too much crazy and that shit was not fun at all. So, again, you know, if a guy tells you any of these excuses or is making up excuses other than, like, trying to get with you, trying to court you, trying to, like, build a future with you, you know, it's more than likely they don't want something with you, or they're just waiting for something better to come along. And sometimes people are just, like, placeholders, if that makes sense. Meaning they'll keep you around because they don't have it. You're not the one, but as long as they keep you around until they find the one. That's why I thought everything was going great, and then you got ghosted. Oh, I thought everything was going, like, I thought we were building something, and then they leave. Why? Because you were a placeholder until the right person they wanted came around, you know? And then that's another reason why some guys don't get into relationship, because they're like, well, what else can I get? You know, she's cool, but, like, what else can I get? You know? So, again, ladies, have your boundaries. Don't be blinded to red flags or anything like this. Follow me on TikTok. You know, if you guys want to ask me questions, like the anonymous questions and things like that, follow me on IG. I hold the poll thing and everything like that. I have been talking to TikTok finally. You know, hopefully, like, we're able to resolve whatever's going on with my account and I get it back soon. So follow me on Instagram, follow my backup account. Everything is linked in the bio. Thank you guys for checking out today's episode. Every Monday, come out with a new episode. Sometimes it will be with a guest, and sometimes it will just be me. But most of the time it will just be me, because I like to have conversations with you guys like one-on-one. It's like we're sitting here having a conversation. So if you feel like somebody is going through something like this, or the guy is telling me excuses, anything like this, send them this podcast, or send them the clips that I post on TikTok. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.
Walking around with a mask on, smiling, but my heart singing sad songs. Yeah, I was living for myself. I was dead wrong till I got the call, no cell phone.